Squatters.
This guy just literally broke down my door. You shouldn't be trying to steal my house.
Hey! You want to assault? You want to get out of my home?
This is Seattle, Washington, a city where you can legally steal other people's homes.
Are they going to pay your legal fees?
Off the property.
Are you going to pay rent this month?
If you're on vacation, they can come. Anyone can stay.
How is this legally even possible?
They fully moved in there. They had suitcases, bags. They had.
Welcome to Pegasus versus the World, where we take on challenges, comedy, trending topics, and some travel.
City boy! City boy!
Squatters have rights too, you guys. Yo, son, what is happening in America? All right, this is a story I wanted to cover. Hold on. You got to show love to the original content creator. This is on Tyler Oliveria's channel. Hit it with a like. I'm already subscribed over here. He drops bangers. This is like a year old. Video's a year old, you guys. But it shows you the problem with squatting in America. For those that don't know what squatting is, maybe we have a little bit of a international crowd. It's where people who don't have homes find abandoned. Okay, let's not say abandoned so it used to be this. Because one of my good friends, his dad was a squatter in New York, and they'd squat in abandoned buildings, and they would jerry-rig electricity from the light pole and literally live in abandoned buildings. But where it has advanced since then, because that was like 20 years ago, I found out about squatting, and it's advanced. So people will squat. They'll take over a property that is not theirs, and someone could be living in it. Someone could be trying to sell it. It could just be vacant for the moment. But the craziest thing that we've been seeing in America is sometimes a family in a well-to-do area will go on vacation for 2 weeks and come back and people are living in their home. And because of these squatter rights rules in states like Seattle, Washington, in Washington, because that's the state, but we're talking about Seattle, Washington here, but also Chicago, parts of the East Coast. I'm sure they're probably doing it because I live in Colorado and we trend towards all of this stuff. I don't know if they do this in California or not, but these squatter rights have made it almost impossible to get these people out of your house once they're in it, because you call the cops to get them out and the cops legally can't take them out of your house. So maybe we'll look that up in what states there's these squatter rights. Today they're covering this issue in Seattle, and it's titled, "I investigated the city where you can legally steal houses." And it's made like clickbait, but it's actual because of the way the system has been worked with squatter rights. Technically, this is absolutely true. So we're going to get into it. Anyways, this will be fun. Like, share, comment, subscribe. If you don't know who I am, I'm Black Pegasus. Link in the description of my other channels. Let's start it from the beginning because his intros are so gravy. Hopefully there's not, like if you go through my video and there's sounds cut out of this, it's just because these crazy copyright claim companies are, copyright even sounds in videos these days. So it's kind of interesting, but I'm going to try to hold it all together for you, and we'll have this conversation about these squatters and look at some of this in real time from on-the-ground independent journalism, where it is very ironic that the mainstream media picks and chooses what they talk about, and then they wonder why the masses don't watch them as much anymore. Because I think for the average American, just knowing like, yo, these people have rights, like this ain't going to happen in the hood because it'll just escalate. But, people who've worked hard for their money and gotten to a certain position, they're just a little more laid back, not as aggressive, And so, anyways, let's go.
Squatters.
This guy just literally broke down my door. You shouldn't be trying to steal my house.
Hey! You want to assault? You want to get out of my home?
This is Seattle, Washington, a city where you can legally steal other people's homes.
Are they going to pay your legal
Off
fees?
the property.
Are you going to pay rent this month?
If you're on vacation, they can come. Anyone can stay.
How is this legally even possible?
They fully moved in there. They had suitcases, bags. They had food in the fridge.
Our children were traumatized by this experience.
It goes back to the old times where it's like when you showed up and you took some land, I feel like that's the times we're getting back to.
Being arrested.
For what?
That's a crazy take. I've seen this lady on the news. I don't know I rent, so I don't even know how that would happen. But again, this goes back. I had a conversation on the channel where I said, it says buying a house is a scam. And I noticed a gang of your guys' comments was like, hey, buying a house was the best thing I did, da-da-da-da. And I think the context that was missing is I'm looking to buy a house in 2025, and most of the people in the comments bought their house pre like 2017, when it's like, absolutely, that was an amazing time to buy a house. You absolutely should have, and you should have came up, you know? But I'm talking about right now, you know? And then when you see this, and so let's go to right now. One, the houses are all overpriced. Two, the interest rate is through the roof. Three, now there's squatter rights where people could just come take over your home. There's fires, there's floods, there's hurricanes, there's tornadoes. And for some reason, insurance is like being selective on, even though you paid the insurance isn't covering all these damages that they're supposed to when shit really hits the fan. So, you know, you start thinking about all this. This adds to like, oh, should I even buy a house? Anyways, I was just saying I rent, but if I owned a house, and I know how long it's taken for me, and when I do purchase a house, if you think a squatter's going to come in there, I have some other, I don't know how that would end up. It might end up with me doing a sentence in prison. I hope it wouldn't, because I have children to raise. Maybe I could be more innovative in that sense, but let's just say this. At the least, I would be infuriated.
In my own home.
If the woman says it's her property and he says he lives here and she says they're squatting, she would have to go to court and go through the entire legal process to have him evicted.
Yeah, but I live here now.
Oh, you do?
Sure.
Well, good for you.
So kick me out.
It's a civil problem.
This state is so broken. Oh my God.
If the owner of the property sees this, what's a message you'd like to give to him? It seems like
Sorry?
I headed to the epicenter of the crisis, Seattle, Washington, to meet up with local journalist Jonathan Cho to see what's going on. Who's been exposing the squatting epidemic and the broken laws protecting them, starting with Sang Kim. He recently made national headlines for squatting in this $2 million property in Bellevue, Washington, after the entire neighborhood.
Sang Kim squatting in a $2 million property.
Banded together to shame Kim out of the neighborhood. Seattle's Housing Justice Project paid $88,000 in delinquent rent for Kim to his missed rent out of taxpayer dollars.
How much? Bro, they paid his delinquent rent out of taxpayer dollars? Bro, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. And this is why I don't want to talk about this stuff. But as I get hit with more and more taxes, I'm like, what is going on? There has to be, I have to have some left-leaning friends, some liberal friends that see the craziness of what I'm watching on this channel. They have to be like, yeah, well, you got a point. This is insanity. And what's funny is this is a liberal territory. You can't, there's no way that and I'm not, shouldn't even have said liberal, because I'm not like a Republican person. Like, I just lean in certain ways, but I do see this type of, you know, rule of law typically coming from, you know, the left, because they're so empathetic about poor people or whatever the case may be. And I understand that. I think we need to have empathy and compassion, but to the fact where you're giving people the right to live in a $2 million home for free, and then taxpayers end up covering the delinquent rent, is insane.
How long are you going to be staying here, sir?
Get out of the property.
He intentionally is not paying rent. He's exploiting the system.
But why is Kim still squatting in this house? And why won't he simply leave?
Morning, Jonathan. We're back.
Hey, what's up? Back at the scene of the crime, man.
So right behind us, we have a beautiful view. We're in a nice-ass neighborhood. How much?
Oh, my man's wearing, he's wearing flip-flops. That dude's a gangster. Because you could tell it's chilly out there, because they're wearing hoodies and sweats, and he is wearing flip-flops like a boss.
These houses?
I mean, on average, $2 to $3 million. This is the elite Woodridge neighborhood with gorgeous skylines of downtown Bellevue. I mean, everyone wants to live here.
And when I mentioned squatters to you, you said you got to come down here. I have a story for you. And then I saw the story pop up on my Twitter feed.
You can't make this stuff up. It's now a global story. I mean, you've got Daily Mail on this. You've got The Mirror, The Sun, national networks like Fox News covering this. You've got this guy, Kim, who's been staying at this house now for more than 2 years now, and he has hasn't paid a single penny of rent after the first month, that is.
So we're gonna knock on Kim's door right now, ask him if he's gonna pay this upcoming rent. So right in front of us, we have 2 no trespassing, 3 no trespassing.
Do you know how much money I would save if I wasn't paying rent? Yo, for 2 years? Bro. Oh my gosh, that would be so nice. How much is that? Anyways, I shouldn't be saying what I pay in rent or anything online in public, but golly, that's a nice little come up.
Passing signs, car parks right in front.
Hey, babe, we're moving to Seattle.
Problem now here in Washington is that the homeowner, Jaskaran Singh, even if he wants to evict the guy, there's a backlog of eviction cases in court. It's a broken system. If Kim doesn't pay in May, Singh says he will start the eviction process for the 4th time. There have been nearly 2 months of protests, public shaming of Kim to get out, but still, Kim is hunkering down.
So Kim did in fact eventually pay the amount he was owed.
Housing Justice Project used taxpayer dollars. That's the key. And he knows the system so well that he can take advantage of it.
But before I confront the squatter, let's talk to the homeowner.
There he is. I'm here with
Jaskaran Singh.
Singh, you own this home, right?
Yes, sir.
How much did this home cost?
Right now, value is close to $2 million. So I lived in this country 18 years. This is
You know what? Hold on.
my second investment property, and it took me a while. It's
Okay.
my hard-earned money invested here.
And who
You know what I struggle with is the people that watch this and maybe even watch it along with me, and they get mad at him for balling on you hoes. They get mad at him. They're like, well, why does he have that much? How could he afford this investment property? They instantly jump to like, you know, this eat the rich people are all evil, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know if he's rich or not. He might just be, you know, getting some wheels. I mean, he's probably rich if his investment property is $2 million. But I'm not mad at that. That's what America was always about. The land of opportunity and the come up is why people come here. And it's just, it's so crazy to see this happening to this bro right here. It's just crazy to me. It's just crazy because we talk about all this, what is it, DEI, you know, the equality and da-da-da, and then you see oh my God, this is just insane. This is actually insane. See, I haven't heard this story. Some of you are like, oh, this is an old story. This is a year old. I ain't heard this. This is wild because I've been watching the squatter stories pop up. But most of them, I think, are in like Illinois or the East Coast, like also New York or the outskirts of New York. But again, one of my really good friends, his dad was kind of a vagrant, and he used to squat and all this crazy stuff. And I was like, damn, out in New York back in the day.
currently lives in this home?
He's a squatter. He has been exploiting the system since 1996. He has done multiple scams, and being an immigrant, I was tricked by him, and I trusted him and his family to give him on a rent, but he's not leaving for last 2 years, and he's exploiting the system.
How did it go down?
He paid the first month and the second month and the last month as a security deposit, and he didn't pay afterwards.
Okay.
Fourth eviction if he doesn't pay the rent next week.
So when you say fourth eviction, what does that even mean? I would assume the first, second, or third would get him out of the house.
That means there's a housing justice project. The system is protecting, basically. He's paying his rent through our taxpayer money. He's getting lawyers from our taxpayers' money. He's milking the system, and we need to stop it.
How much money have you?
That's crazy. Man, I wish there was... Yo, son, I don't aspire to be a squatter, but man, no rent sounds so good right now. Some taxpayers pay. Who wants to pay my rent, man? Huh? I'm playing, you guys. I actually work hard. I get a fulfillment out of working hard, generating money, and providing for my family. I actually get a fulfillment. And when I was younger, in my teenage years, I had a problem with authority and working for other people. I'm like, I'm building up their shit. I didn't understand that I was gaining experience through time and picking up skills to become who I am today. So some of that stuff, I wouldn't say I regret, but I can look back and see where I made mistakes and embrace that, and also be like, I'm not making those mistakes again. There's a time when I got laid off from my construction job and I collected unemployment for a while, and I probably could have started looking for a job immediately, but I just collected unemployment and went and battle rapped and won battles to pay my bills for an amount of time where in hindsight, I think I could have worked a little harder. There's things that I understand the thinking, the laziness thinking, but I've never really been lazy. I've always wanted more. I just didn't believe in like working in the system to get more, if that makes sense. I don't know. I've always had this, I don't know where I got it from, because both of my parents are just hardworking Americans. My dad was in the military, Air Force for 21 years, and my mom had to go back in the workforce after he retired. You know, they are hard workers. So I don't know where I get this concept of like work for yourself, be independent, ball out, because that's not what I came up in. But to get back to this, it's just so unfortunate, man. It's just so crazy. It's so crazy. That's crazy. What they're, anyway.
Loss on the property since he's been in here.
It's a lawyer fee close to 35,000. The rent is paid, but the mental, I live just 1,000 feet from the property, and I can't drive on this road, and we can't walk in some.
You legally cannot drive through this road.
Yeah, legally I was not able to till last Wednesday, and this should be a message to all the.
Y'all heard that? He spent $35,000 of his own money in legal fees. Now the dude is paying the rent, so he is making something off of it, but he's not paying the rent. Tax-paying dollars through this system they have in Seattle is paying the rent. Y'all are hearing it. Let's fast forward, because this is a 40-minute video, and I'm not watching the whole thing specifically, so you can go to Tyler's channel and watch the whole thing. Actually, let's find this when they address the Sam King guy, because they start. Let's look. Okay, because he said he's going to talk to him. Here we go. Let's see.
You know, so this is where it gets weird. I don't know if Kim will come to the door if I'm there. All right, give me a moment. So maybe you should go.
Hey there. What was that? We're here with the press. We're just seeing if we could talk to you about the squatting situation.
What situation?
The squatting situation.
It's already been settled and all that. So
okay, we're wondering if are you going to pay rent this month?
Can you please get off the property?
Yeah, well, we got authorization from the landlord to come. Sure.
I'm the one who's living here. Get off the property.
Okay, is HJP going to pay your legal fees this month?
Please.
Are they going to pay your legal fees?
Get off the property.
Sure, no, we will leave, but we're just wondering if you're going to pay your rent and redeem yourself.
That's my business, not yours.
Okay. Well, it's taxpayers' business, right?
No, it's not. Property.
What if the taxpayers are paying your legal fees?
They're not paying.
Not this time? All right, well, here's the thing I want to emphasize, that from his perspective, he's the victim.
He's always framed himself as the victim, as this Korean national who's just trying to live the American dream. You know, he's not trying to hurt anybody, but in fact, everyone's hurt him. Sure. And he uses, you know, Mr. Singh as an example of a crooked landlord who never fixed any of the appliances and just would constantly pressure him. But as you know, Singh also had a temporary protection order filed against him by Mr. Kim, and Singh prevailed. He won in court.
So there's no world where
I can't even believe this. That brazenness that dude had in a place that's not even his. He's just like, yo. Oh, did they link up with a squatter? Hold on. Man, this is actually really good. I don't even know what to go from here because we're almost 20 minutes in. Let's see here. This is insane, you guys. Tap it in the comments and let me know what you know about all this. I'm going to pull up here, watch a little, and then we're going to ride off into the sunset.
Yep. The hilltop? Just a few hundred feet down.
Right over there.
Next to all these squatter houses. It makes all the sense.
This is where we pulled over, found the guys. Yeah. It burned down.
Good urine bag here, guys.
Wow. There's urine bags.
Sizer, welfare check.
Several houses on this side of the road alone. Look. Hey, you okay?
Oh, you're back.
Yeah, hey.
Hey there.
Whoa, man. Yo, what's up?
How you doing, bro?
Guys.
We didn't know if you were alive.
I'm alive. I just I want to work on that card, bro.
Dude, we gotta talk.
Oh my God.
Last time we saw you, you were in the building
right now, bro.
Dude, we meet again.
I don't know what's going on, but it seems like a continuation. Maybe they interviewed this dude before.
This is Caesar. 4 months ago, Jonathan and I found him squatting in this abandoned building, and 11 days later, the building was found to have burned down. I had no clue what happened to him since, and the viewers loved him.
Oh, yeah.
I got all your tools.
I'm a boss. You got my Ray-Bans right here, my Ray-Bans. You know, this is where I'm going to make my fortune.
Are you concerned about this right here, the propane tank? No?
No, man. I done firefighter training, like.
Really?
I got a lot of skills, Ray.
Dude, how did it go?
You remember us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Tyler. We came last time.
We've reunited. Can we see what's going on?
I recognize your voice.
Yeah.
So I'm painting right now. So just mind your clothes, bro.
Yeah. Okay, heard.
Andrea.
So we met the man.
They met a squatter that's in the middle of remodeling a home. Yo, you can't make this up, you guys. Nowhere on the planet Earth. Y'all got to tap in, my international people. Is this happening anywhere else in the world other than America? This is what I'm saying. America's got some problems, bro. We got to figure it out, or we going to hold a huge L. By 30-30, we about to be, whoo.
And who we spoke to in the building that burned down. I want to hear your story, man. What happened to the building?
Dude was gay, bro, and he wanted to do gay stuff with me.
Oh, he was trying to smash?
Yeah, and I was like, I'd rather burn in hell. And he tried to burn me, Holmes.
Trying to kill you?
I assume.
He tried to kill you in the fire?
He lit the fire, bro.
He lit the fire to spite you because you guys wouldn't have gay sex?
I don't know, bro. I haven't like.
I thought he might not even be alive. Dude, Sizer, we have so many people on the internet that have believed in you, wanted to hear what happened to you. We found you. We know you were Sizer.
I knew you guys were gonna find me because this is the way it works, bro. You know that's how God works.
Sizer, 10 million people saw you, and you saw the video, right?
But what am I supposed to do, bro? Hop on nutsacks or what? I'm over here chilling, dude. Like, all this right here is all dumpster dive.
Wow. This is the most unexpected reunited moment of all time. We never thought we'd see you again. So we got wet paint. I just want to establish that, Sizer, you've been grinding since.
This is insane. A squatter that they interviewed in the past, they run into, and the fool's remodeling a property that's not his.
We last saw you.
See right here, like I don't have tape, I can't afford it. You see,
So tell me about your project in here. It's blue, it's nicely painted.
Oh, well, first I painted it white. I wanted white on white.
I want to hear a story here. Yeah,
But then I ran out of paint. What are you supposed to do? So
I'm gonna let it be known you have like $1 million view right here. Look at this. That's badass, dude.
I know.
Have you spoken to the owner?
All right, I'm good. Some of us work so hard in our life, and we're never gonna get to see a view like that. And my man just in here remodeling, not rent free. All you can do is laugh, man. You got two choices, laugh or cry. We're going to laugh today. Anyways, this is wild stuff, you guys. All right, Cesar, good luck, man. You guys, look, there's a whole video for you to watch on Tyler's channel. I love y'all. I appreciate you. Just let me know, man, what I got, what I missed, and I'll holler.
City boy! City boy!